So you don't need anything fancy. Nice short ground. We've made a video recently that you guys should be seeing or have already seen. This is going to be our integration harness. So we have factory plugs to the factory amplifier, so that way you don't have to cut any wires. Why would you do that? Use the factory stuff. You can run plenty of power through it, zero issue. And then we have our bass knob. So we're going to run that forward as well, down the same way. What I like to do with this one is, because typically we have some slack here, is I will loosely run it, and then I will put my slack back here in the back, and this is going to be a tight channel. Or it's going to be a lot better if we do it that way. So we leave this loose. We'll zip tie it up later. This is to connect to the DSP. Said it before and I'll say it again. Don't touch this. Don't move it. Don't nothing with it. You don't want to deal with that, and it's expensive to repair. Alright, so I just tuck it in this channel down here. You can open this up if you want. There's no need to. Alright, so we have our RCAs up here into the corner. You see I've already pulled the carpet here. We have plenty of slack. This is 6, 7 foot. So we're gonna run it under the carpet here. And then the hardest part is getting it from behind the dash over here. So I just take this, and what I like to do is, there's a vent right here. I will actually pull this out and run my wire, RCAs, any wires really, under it, and then I'll put this vent back. And it can be a little tight, but now that will secure your RCAs down here, and then you'll be able to set your carpet back. So I can put this back in, and I can work with it from this angle here. It's really hard to see, but I'm going to try to fish these two front and rear up first. I got them in a spot where hopefully I can reach them. Let me go grab a tool. So HVAC zip ties, we double them up, and then we use tape, and we'll tape it down at the bottom. All right, nice and easy. So I don't like taping on barrels because that's our connector. Darn. So I'll go up the chain just a little bit. I want to make sure it's not going to come off. So now we have this up, we can continue to feed the rest of it through. So then we just go and cut their tape off. Now we have all of our RCAs up here. So we're good there. These ones are a little bit longer because they're a different brand, but he already had our set of Stinger RCAs, so we're going to use them. They're still good. So we have here is our pack AP4 CH42. Miles was saying 41. Technically, yes, it's the same box for the 42, but the 42 has the two plugs on it, the green and blue. But like I was saying, we need to keep this plugged in. Even if we're not using it, we are actually going to use the amplifier knob, so we're going to keep that plugged in when we put it back in the dash. And I have all of my RCAs labeled on the side, so front, rear, and then there's 3 stripes for sub on this one. So front, rear, sub. There we go. And then we have our remote. I actually do need to clean it though and put a disconnect on it. Oh well. why you don't use butt connectors, because it just came off. Solid connections, real crimps, and you will not have a problem. A little tip that Paul taught me moons ago is if you have voltage on a wire, so voltage is going to come out of the module on this remote wire, put your female connector on that side so it can't rub around and hit anything there. This is essentially a dead wire until it's plugged to this. So you put your connector in there and you're good to go. And I like to put these pack modules down over here into the side. So that's where I'm going to route it. Just right there. You can still see it, the RCAs, and it's not going anywhere. So we're going to take this remote, put it in the back. Took our remote wire back down here. Now we have all of our connections that go back to the radio brain. Be very careful working with your white connector. This is the video connector for your screen. This one, if you damage it, the dealership's going to tell you to replace this whole harness. This is your cigarette lighter up top, so I like to stick that up here. And then we have our video cable over here. Kind of have to route that a funny way. Neatly pack your wires back in there. Bob's your uncle. You shouldn't have to fight to put this back in either. If you did, try again. That's all I can say. Alright, so this stuff goes to our screen. We have our cigarette lighter up here. I'm gonna go grab the radio and we can set it in there. Ta-da! Please don't drop these. They're expensive. And I'm not going to put this all the way together, just in case I do need to get back in there. Typically just push the top in. So we're going to test and do everything with the whole system first, and then we'll come back in and do all the finishing stuff. So put the screws back in it and secure everything. We just want to make sure everything's working. I don't have to switch anything behind the radio or any of that stuff. Now I'm going to clean up my tools and then start putting the interior back together.